Who would broadcast at all, really?
We do. Hey, I got the little live button.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna reload over here. It should tell me that we're live now. Nope.
Well, it says we're on air.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, that's uploads. All videos. Oh, good. Oh, live now. Sweet. I see it in the little corner. All
Ah,
right. Then I don't actually want this running because it's just gonna like kill my internet. All right, cool. What episode is this? 79? 8?
it's 69 and some stuff.
Part 10, right?
I think so, yeah. Or maybe part 9.
All right, let me what's the date this is for? Oh my god.
Wednesday,
Liore blog help me.
July 1st?
Oh, it is July 1st. Wow, how about that? Nice.
I counted. And we're episode 78, so it's 69 plus 9.
Part 10. No, because the first one's part 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fine. You're right.
Then we can like call it a milestone episode and everything.
She will kill us. Outstanding.
All right. I guess I'm supposed to do an intro still. I don't actually know when we do. I guess yeah. All right. I'll just cut the audio to that.
Music in.
She wants to put music. So, all right. The music is going to play and then I'll do it. All right. Here goes. Welcome to Cat Content. Nope, that's bad. I'm usually all good. Last time I took notes on this shit.
We have already won.
All right, here goes.
We've already won.
Here goes for realsies. For realsies. Hello and welcome to Cat Context episode 78 for July 1st. That's 69 part 10, if you're counting. I am Elindriel, and Liore left us alone, so I have Aro on the line, like we always do. Hey, Aro, how you doing?
I am awesome. I can't believe she left us alone. This is going to be awesome.
I know, she gave us all sorts of power to record and to post on her blog and all this stuff. This is not a good start.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty mad with power.
Yeah, well, we can have fun with the meta tags on this episode and all sorts of things. And then
hell yeah!
She'll never know because she probably doesn't listen when she's not here.
That's true facts.
So Liore's in New York or something, enjoying herself, and we don't really have a topic because we're super professional like that, and usually wait for her to tell us what it is about 5 minutes before we start recording. How has your weekend been going?
It's awesome.
That's good.
That's all I got. I don't know. It's really, really hot here, so we're trapped in the house on the weekends.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The heat is so I grew up where it was hot, but I am so not used to it anymore. It gets to 85 here with a bit of humidity, and I'm like, holy shit, my house is burning. So
Oh yeah, because you guys don't believe in air conditioning where you are, do you?
no, we bought I have a single room standing air conditioning unit that I bought after the last time it was hot, when the baby started freaking out because it was hot.
Yeah.
And then Amazon Prime delivered me an air conditioner 2 days later. That was pretty awesome.
It is. Amazon Prime is a joy for our times.
Yeah. So but I'm not used to real heat, and it's actually been humid here too, which is super unusual. And that's worse, I think.
Oh, it's totally atrocious.
Yeah.
Speaking as someone who spent 15 years in a swamp and now is in a river basin, humidity sucks.
Yeah, I grew up outside Chicago, which is also a swamp. So
yeah,
understood and agreed. Have you been playing any games?
I have, actually. Fun fact, I have not been playing Inquisition because I've been playing Dragon Age 2. Because I've only ever played it once, and I never played the last DLC because I didn't like the game when I first played it because it wasn't what I was expecting. And I
Mm.
think going into it again, because it was released right after I finished Mass Effect 2, and I hadn't seen like any, I don't know, scuttlebutt about the plot or whatever, other than it takes place in one city. And structurally, Dragon Age Origins and Mass Effect were pretty much the same game.
Totally.
So I went into finished Mass Effect 2, which is one of the greatest gaming experiences of my life, and I went to Dragon Age 2 expecting it to be the same also, and it wasn't.
Totally not.
Yeah. So that's basically the highest compliment I can give Inquisition is it's made me want to play 2.
That's actually really cool. How do you feel about it this time through?
I don't know because I just started and it took a long time to gather up all of the mods. And I tell you what, there is a lot of seriously shitty hair for this game.
Yeah.
Like ridiculous. I mean, God, bless their hearts for spending all of their free time making these mods, but y'all, back off.
Yeah,
No one, there's no Hawk that needs to have Sephiroth hair. There's not. There's no reason for that to ever exist.
that's pretty amazing. Yeah, I really I struggled to get through Dragon Age 2, but I think it was also kind of a timing of both Mass Effect and probably Warcraft stuff that was going on at around the same time for me.
Yeah.
And I went back and I played through it, and um, I don't know. It's just like it's a totally different storytelling experience, and like you like I completely understand all of the complaints about the set pieces being the same, and oh my god, there are like the same warehouse like 100 times in that game.
I read a really interesting theory about that that excuses that in character by it's Varric telling the story to Cassandra, and
Oh,
he just doesn't have that many adjectives.
I can sure. I mean, okay, fine. Like
I thought that was hilarious.
that's like that actually makes it a lot easier to like think about it that way, but
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily make it better from a
No,
game
it's
experience.
not.
But yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, like, I love the intro where like Hawk is like super badass and like destroying everything. It's like it's a really cool story use of that kind of start the player at a higher level, more power trope, and then
Right.
reset him back to one. Um, when Varric basically is like making up a bunch of bullshit. Like I love that. I thought that was really clever.
Yeah.
And I actually like there's a lot of stuff. Talon loves Dragon Age 2. She played it a bunch of times. I think she played it more than Origins. Um, and she really liked the continued storytelling within the same town.
Hmm.
And like how things change from act to act. So I'll be interested to see how you feel about it. After you get through and with like different perspective, having known what happened in 3 and stuff.
Right.
So
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. And it's a Cullen break.
you and Color on a break, or he's just
No,
he's just
it's
out of town
okay.
for the
So
weekend. It's okay.
here's here's the sad thing. You know what? I'm out of shame. Fuck it. I'm not ashamed anymore. I don't give a shit. Here's the thing. I don't have the perfect clothing mod for my Inquisitor yet. So I'm gonna have to go back and start all over anyway because I finally have the perfect hair. So I have to wait for my pocket modder to finish the armor mods that I am sure will be spectacular and exactly what I wanted, and then I will start it all over and take video of the entire thing.
Sounds great. What do you do with
That's
your video when you're done with it?
I turn them into screenshots and GIFs and post them on Tumblr.
Oh, you that's how you do it through video.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's a good way to get like exactly the right frame you want.
exactly. It's a really it's a hilariously tedious process because you have to go from fraps to handbrake because yeah, here's an interesting thing I learned.
Oh,
When
God.
you have small hard drive space, if you want to take video of a game through fraps, you have to stop and immediately convert those videos to MP4. Otherwise, you will discover that you are out of hard drive space because you have 360 gigs of AVIs.
I wonder if there's a way you're running on a Mac, right? Or are you not on a Mac for that?
I'm on a PC for gaming.
I wonder. I was gonna say, I wonder if there's some way to like pipe the output directly into Handbrake so that you don't, so you can just do that conversion on the fly.
That would be awesome, but I don't think so.
Mm. Seems
Handbrake
like the
doesn't.
sort of things you could fix in Linux, but maybe not on PC as easily.
Yeah. But anyway, so Fraps to AVI to Handbrake to MP4, then to my the house-wide file server where I then pick it up on the Mac and run it through GIF Brewery and then put it into Photoshop and then finished product. Hooray!
That is a lot of steps.
But
But
it means I can GIF whatever I want, and all of my GIFs look like my Inquisitor.
yeah, and I've seen a lot of your Tumblr images, and you take really nice screenshots, so it's worth it in the end for me as a consumer of that product.
You're so nice when you suck up. It is, however, I will warn you, it is officially Cullen week in the fandom this week, so that's all I'm posting.
Awesome.
Like that wasn't before, but now I have an excuse.
Right, exactly. No, it's perfect. So, yeah, well, that's good. It's good to go back and revisit RPGs. I actually am too, so it's that must be that kind of time of year.
Well, I like how it all
Um,
ties together, and I'm interested to see. Speaking of the Bioware RPG intertwining worldness, apparently they're the new expansion for the Old Republic, which comes out I think this fall, maybe later, maybe winter. Um, they're doing Dragon Age Mass Effect style storytelling.
oh shit, really?
Yeah,
Well, that's a way to get me to resubscribe.
where you can actually pardon me. There's a rumor that you can start with a max level character, but they're also totally revamping the level up experience. So that goes much faster. And
That's
then
cool.
in the world, what happens is your character has been frozen in carbonite for 5 years, and then you wake up in the new expansion.
So what happens if you aren't starting with a new character?
I'm guessing there's a cutscene in between
Or you just
you.
like play through the old world and then you're like, oh shit, carbonite, and now you go to the new area?
Right.
And
Usually,
then
when you
you
go
can
to.
also fly back to the old area?
That is a good question. I believe so, yes. Because
I mean, you know,
well, I mean, they don't want to get rid of all that content because that
yeah, no,
content is
totally.
awesome.
Yeah, no, it's
So
like,
I think it's just
you
gonna
make
be
sacrifices for gaming, for sure. So
right. It's like leveling to what 70 in Warcraft after Cataclysm,
70 after Cataclysm.
or yeah,
I
leveling to
don't
70
know. What
when
is
you go
that?
back to
Oh, when the
Outland
world's
and
broken and yeah.
there's all of this stuff going on in Outland that's totally inappropriate to what is currently going on in the rest of the world. Yeah,
Right, right, right.
that happens in
Yeah,
MMOs.
yeah, it happens. And the thing about those games is really like you're already breaking the storyline when you like do a lot of shit because
Right,
you sort of have the one canonical one that happens to you whenever you decide that is right.
right.
And then all the rest of them are just like weird. I don't know. You have to like play it off as weird memory games or something. Like think how it could have been. It's fine.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I think I still want to go back and play those games. It has not happened yet. I mean, the class quests and stuff in SWTOR, but
Now is the time to do it because they've got the 12x bonus
I know. It's
on
just
both
also
experience and on the mission rewards.
I know.
So you can actually level up your character gear without having to spend 6 hours a day in PvP.
Yeah, no, it's totally the perfect time. I really want to be doing it. It's just not fitting my current lifestyle. So that's it happens. Um, I'm sure they'll do it again, and if they're revamping the leveling experience to make it faster in general, maybe they'll be somewhere in between, and it won't be so bad.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind doing some of the like random side quests and stuff, but having to do every single one all the time, um, that's like more time than I want to put into an MMO. Even though what I'm about to say is that I've been playing Final Fantasy 13 and putting time into an RPG at the moment is you know
And that's not just an RPG.
Oh no, it's like a Final Fantasy, right? So
Yeah.
um I'm still I only started this weekend. I'm only I don't know 4 or 5 hours in. I'm still in the something like 10 to 20 hours of intro quest area that apparently exists in that game where everybody gave up. Um
I would actually be one of them. I've
yeah.
never played that game.
I gave up the first time through too. I overwrote my save game from like 3 years ago or whenever it came out. That was about an hour and a half in. So I've gone past that. And as far as I can tell, it is Final Fantasy and the crystal world of crystals and crystals.
I believe so, yes.
So it's very weird. I'd forgotten how like complex a proper JRPG learning curve had, right? Like how complex of a learning curve they have. Uh, the
And this is
bat
one of the ones that's got the big ass AI where the game will basically play itself if you spend the time to set it up. Is that right, or was that 12?
I don't know if this one has the AI like Dragon Age 1, right? Like Origins had that kind of thing too, right?
Oh
And
no,
Mass
this
Effect
was
can do it.
yeah, no, this is what I'm talking about is you could actually like you could set conditions if you've got health less than X, you'll
Oh
do
god.
Y and
It doesn't seem that way so far.
okay.
It's
That
a
might have been
pretty
12.
it's a pretty active combat system. It's actually similar to Record Keeper.
Okay.
Um, so
Which I've not played because screw you guys.
it has a whole friends thing now. Like
No, no,
you could be my friend.
no, bullshit.
Anyway, so yeah, so the it sort of has a timer, like your turn timer. You only control one character at a time, and the way that you control your other characters is through like what do they call them? They call them paradigms, I think. And you basically like set it up so that like your one person becomes a healer and your other person's like a tank now, and then you have three people. So and then like your primary person is whatever. So they have like five different roles, and then you pick combinations of the roles. And whoever you're not actively playing, like whoever's not the leader of the party, just sort of
Uh-huh.
does the thing that they think is best based on whatever their role is. So the healing's kind of automatic, and I have like these little sections on my bar, and then I pick skills that cost some number of sections, and then fill the rest out with like basic attack essentially.
Right.
Um, and it just goes and goes and goes, and like there's a whole auto thing, so I can just if I really want, I can just hit auto attack, and it like figures it out kind of. Um, it's not as customizable as what you're saying, so I don't think it's that, or it'll happen eventually. But it does kind of have the Final Fantasy X orb pool thing, which
Right.
is interesting for leveling. And I just like I don't know, it's just totally overwhelming. In the first like 3 hours of this game, there's like 100 pages of tutorial to read through.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. What I was really shocked by was that it's such a stark contrast to BioWare games, which are the vast majority of RPGs, non-MMO RPGs that I've played recently. Um, like the writing is really bad. The names for everything is just like all the same. Uh,
Yeah.
and like it's all voice acted, but the voice acting is terrible.
Well, a lot of that is the localization, though.
Like you can pick somebody who doesn't sound like they're trying to be a 4-year-old girl for a character that's supposedly 19, even though she's like 3'6" and like giggles all the time and skips around.
I,
It's amazing. It's real bad.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we went and looked up how old the characters are supposed to be, right? Because like the main character is Lightning, and she is first of all that's cool. This is the first Final Fantasy with a. It's not the first one with a female lead. 10-2 did too, the dancing
Well, and
one.
there was also Terra and
So I don't anything before 7 doesn't count to me.
oh, you oh. No. 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 4 and
Okay,
6 are both really good.
I totally believe that.
But
Um,
what's hilarious is that I got the 4 remake for my DS, and I am not 19 anymore, so I couldn't finish it.
yeah,
I
I had
just
a
could not grind up to the level that I wasn't dying every fight. Couldn't do it.
yeah. I felt the same way. I played six maybe in college, and I sort of I got part of the way through it, and then I got to like some point where I just had to like literally run around and grind, and I was like, I don't want to do this right now.
Yeah.
So that was where six stopped for me, and I have tried, and I've tried the other ones, and I've tried a lot of the old JRPGs, and it's just like I really need to be in the mood for that kind of game, and it doesn't happen that often. But anyway, it's basically, as far as I can tell, like female Cloud and female Squall and female whatever the guy Titus. It's like I'm brooding and angry at everything, and I'm angsty, and I'm barely an adult, and I have a huge sword. That's the female character as far as I can tell so far.
I Okay, so yeah, Cloud and Squall, fine. Titus, that's not really what's going on there.
I don't know. It's been a while since I played 10.
Yeah.
Remind me then. I don't remember what was Titus.
Well, Titus was, in his defense, he was 18, and his dad was an asshole. And then his asshole dad vanished when he was 8. So he's got huge daddy issues. It's not that he's angsty and emo, it's that he's seriously, literally a teenager.
I mean, that's fine. And
And he
Lightning's
wakes up one day and his world is destroyed.
right. Sure. And I mean, that's not that different in these other ones either. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Cloud is basically like that.
Well, Cloud. It, uh, and
Anyway,
also,
it's
Titus
the
isn't
world's shitty, and then
actually. Shit. I can't really spoiler a 10-year-old game. Or
it's fine. We can talk about the plots of the Final Fantasy games. Here,
Yeah,
how
I
about
know.
this? Spoiler alert: there will be plot. There will be plot holes in Final Fantasies 7, 8, 9. What was 9?
Oh, 9 was garbage.
9 was the one with like the Vivi, right? The like not black mage, and
Yeah, the Black Mage plot was actually really clever.
they
The
like
rest of
tried to
it,
go
fuck
back
that
to
shit.
they tried to like go back to like pixel, like they tried to make a 3D version of like the top down to pixely ones.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like, yeah, it was
they
yeah.
were they had tails. I no.
Okay, and 10. There will be spoilers from 10. I don't think anybody played 11, so there probably won't be any spoilers from 11.
Well, 11 was an MMO.
Right, that's why, and
Did it
nobody.
actually have story?
I don't know. I didn't play it.
Yeah, who
I don't know if I played 12. Did you play 12?
I played like the first half of 12 and then my PS2 exploded. So I have not actually gotten around to putting 12 on another machine yet. I really liked it.
I can't remember if I ever played 12. I don't know like anything about the system, so I probably didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, there will be spoilers for all of the Final Fantasies up through
Anyway, so
12.
the deal is Titus is not actually a person is the thing.
Yeah, I know he's like an angel thing, right? He's basically.
No, he's a created construct
Oh right,
of
yeah.
an 8-year-old, another 8-year-old boy, and a copy of a guy who started the war 1,000 years ago.
Right.
So yeah, that's the thing. I don't know.
So
Bahamut was like a 10-year-old kid who was super into blitzball, and he had lots of blitzball cards. He's like, oh, okay. Now I am asleep and dreaming. We need to spawn out a hero. It will be this card. Hooray!
it's like no wonder he has no personality. He's just a golem.
Well, it's not his story either. He's not the
Yeah.
protagonist. He's just the viewpoint character. It's
Sure.
Yuna's story.
Eunice, sorry, man. I wish I remembered 10 better.
Oh my god.
I remember liking 10 a lot. I think 10 was one of my favorites when I played it, but I don't really remember it that well.
Yeah, they just use the blank viewpoint character as an exposition machine.
Sure.
He's not from here. He needs y'all to tell him what the fuck is going on. That's
Okay.
why they did that from a. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
cheap storytelling device, but it's super easy for games.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. So
Okay. So cool. Well, anyway, I'm interested to see where this one goes. It's like already weird and ridiculous, like god beings that have granted me magic powers slash cursed me to be the enemy of the town I'm from slash will turn me to crystal if I succeed.
I really liked the guy with the chocobo chick in his hair.
Okay, that guy's like the only one that I don't want to punch in the face all the time.
Yeah, he was the reason why I played as long as I did because he was hilarious and I really liked his design. And also, he's got a chocobo chick in his hair.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be 40
That's fine.
and lightning is supposed to be 21. Um shit, what's his name? Oh my god. The like dude bro with the beanie and the perfectly crafted stubble
Who was probably Steve Blum.
who's in love with Lightning's sister who turns
Okay.
to Crystal in like the first 10 minutes of the game. He sucks. Snow, I think his name is Snow.
No, yes.
Oh my god, he's the worst.
Yeah.
Like the whole first like 2 hour like run through the city, like go through the fighting tutorials and like and everything. He's like, I'm the hero. I want to be the hero. I'm gonna save everybody. And everybody's like, all right, dude, like whatever, what the fuck ever is wrong with you? Like you happen to punch things really well, so I guess I'll follow you into battle. He's so bad. And then Vanille is the 19-year-old girl who looks and acts like she's about 12.
I
She's this
believe that
super
there's
bubbly.
historical reason behind that,
I
if I
just
recall correctly.
there may be, but I have not gotten to it yet.
Yeah, that's.
I found some really horrible things on the internet when I went looking for how old she was.
Oh
Uh,
God, no, no! It's like Googling My Little Pony. Don't do it.
yeah, and then Hope is the little boy who's supposed to be 14, I think, who, as far as I can tell, is pointless, and I can't use him in battle yet because he's just a coward. And I assume that changes, or I don't know how to change my party. Also possible. Uh, but yeah, the black guy with the chocobo in his hair is like literally the only one I give a shit about. So
Yeah, I got nothing.
yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that I've heard really good things about it if you push through the sort of intro area. Um, so I am trying, and also I'm trying because I kind of want to play a Final Fantasy game again before I play Final Fantasy VII HD Supermaster on the PS4.
Are
Um,
they're apparently like rebuilding the entire game. It's not just a remaster like they did with
oh yeah,
10.
no, it's like it's
And
a whole new engine. It's gorgeous. Like
so hopefully this means it will actually be a finished game
no,
and
it's
not
gonna
an.
be exactly the same game. Come on now.
No, it needs to
What are
actually
they
be
gonna? What are they gonna
finished.
do? What are they gonna do? Like add story to the end? They can't do that
Why not?
because that fucks with like 20 years of Final Fantasy,
With
15
but
years.
it's like a director's cut. It's the original intended version is what I'm hoping they will put out.
I think you will be disappointed
That
because
no, I
that
can't be
will
disappointed because 7 is not actually a very good game.
think about how many angry nerds there will be
I know,
who
and
will
their
have to
tears
chop
would
off
be
their
delicious.
they'll have to chop the reason that there's Cullen Sephiroth hair is because of Final Fantasy VII
Yes. And no, it's not
and Blood
Cullen Sephiroth
Elves.
hair. It's Hawk hair. It's for Dragon Age 2. You can't actually.
Okay.
Well, I mean, people are modding Cullen, but it's terrible. Don't do it. Yeah.
And the reason that Blood Elves have Sephiroth hair.
I'm
And
not saying it wasn't a cultural zeitgeist. I'm saying it was not a finished game.
I just think that you would get the same kind of backlash as we got from George Lucas touching slash pseudo destroying the original trilogy of Star Wars.
See, I didn't think they were destroyed, and I mean, they're his movies.
I mean, they may be his movies when he built them, but removing any ability to go and see the ones that came out and were released into the culture, that's kind of bullshit.
But he didn't. I own the original versions.
Well, that's good for you, but I can't buy them anymore.
Well, Disney is going to release them again on Blu-ray.
Have they actually said that?
Yeah,
When?
the theatrical releases. Yeah,
Did they?
yeah, like years ago when
No,
they
they
first.
didn't say that years ago.
Yes, they did when
No, because the
they
whole
bought it.
story is that the originals got like damaged and broken in making the special editions.
No,
Yeah, that was the whole thing. The
no,
whole thing was that he like cut the tape
doesn't
and
matter.
couldn't find it.
How do you think editing works?
Tape. There's some tape
Yeah,
somewhere, and the tape is gone.
no, I don't think so.
I don't know. This is the hope is that I can get the good versions. I just don't want fucking like Jabba the Hutt and Han shooting, not shooting first, and all that shit. Like the I don't care if there's like a lot of stormtroopers in the room that Han runs into. I don't care if like the the X-wings look a little bit different in space battles. Like I just want the original cut and not the like shitty director's cut. It's like not being able to watch the version of Blade Runner you want, except with Blade Runner, all the versions are on the DVD or the Blu-ray, maybe.
Yeah, and that's how it is with Legend also. By the way, never watch the theatrical version of Legend. Just like you should never watch the theatrical version of Blade Runner, or for that matter, Dark City. Always watch the director's cuts of all of those movies.
Okay, maybe. I'm not.
Really.
I can't remember which Blade Runner is the good Blade Runner in my head.
The good Blade Runner that doesn't have the our audience is too stupid, so we have this totally pointless spoiler movie ruining um, voiceover in the middle. That's the theatrical version.
I, was that in the middle? I thought it was at the end.
There was some in the mid. There was some all over.
I don't know. The like the
And
scene.
Dark City has the same problem. It's got total spoiler voiceover in the beginning for the theatrical version. It's garbage.
Okay, I may have only seen the theatrical version of Dark City.
Oh, the
I
director's
don't know.
cut is so good.
I love that movie.
It's one of my
Even the theatrical version is awesome. So
yes. Even the theatrical version is awesome, but the director's version is so good. That
I
is
mean
one of my top
that
5 favorite movies.
that's true of Blade Runner too. Even the theatrical version is very good. It's just not as good.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, at least I can watch the originals of those easily. I guess is the point. And I think that people will freak the fuck out if Final Fantasy VII is.
It's not like people are going to come and take your original PS1 versions or your PC versions or whatever you have. You can still play the original.
Well, I think there's an archiving issue there potentially too. But
Not if you still have it.
if you still have it and your PS1 works and your disc hasn't been scratched over the years.
Or you buy it off Steam for $9.
I realize that it's on Steam, so it's kind of moot. But
yeah.
Fine. Anyway, yeah, that one, and then I think Final Fantasy 15, right? Is 15 also slated for sometime soon?
I don't know. I'm totally not interested in 15.
Is 15 a remake of 5?
No.
Okay. So
15 is the one.
So I heard
15
that
is the one with the boys camping trip.
right.
And then Sid is a girl who's a mechanic who's wearing a
with the hot
bikini and
pants.
hot pants,
And
which
has a terrible logo on her hat or whatever. I remember.
and speaking as someone who does in fact work on cars and has my entire life, no.
Why don't you wear
No.
your hot pants when you work on cars?
No. No, no. Well, would you like a 3rd-degree burn on your inner thigh? Sure.
Well, maybe you shouldn't touch it with your thigh.
It's not a question of touching. Have you ever been underneath a car?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, seriously, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Obviously,
no,
the people
it's
have never
retarded.
been underneath a car.
Totally retarded. It's real.
That's a terrible word. You shouldn't use it.
I apologize.
That is fine. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we should actually fix that in post. I hate when I say that word, actually.
It's I only bring it up because I need people to remind me also. So definitely we will fix this in post.
If I remember, which I'm going to write it down. Anyway, it is very stupid. All right. I got nothing
I
else.
got yeah, that's it. We're done.
I don't know. Other than that, like, yeah, I've just been dicking around on phone games and things like that. I don't
Can we
have
talk
anything
about
else.
Horizon at E3? Oh my god.
What's Horizon? I heard about it,
Oh,
but I didn't
oh,
get it. Yeah, let's talk
Jesus
about it.
Christ. I have no idea what the hell is going on. It's a post-apocalyptic nightmare hellscape, giant mecha giraffes things. No clue what the plot is other than collapse of civilization, etc., etc. But the protagonist is a lady and she's badass and she's all covered. There's no skin. Her armor makes sense. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
That's cool.
Also, the
That
game looked really good. I don't know what the plot is. It was beautiful. That's really all that matters to me.
was it like generic stuff at E3?
It looked like a cross between like Tomb Raider and Assassin's Creed, and I mean that in the best way.
Yeah, well, those are fun games.
Yeah.
Um, that's cool. It sounds interesting. I'm gonna go watch the trailer for it.
Yes, definitely watch the trailer. Hey, there's something we could put in the show notes.
Yeah, if we remember, which we won't.
Oh, and
Uh,
speaking of remakes, also at E3, there's a remake of the first King's Quest game. And not
okay.
just the freeware, you're too young for King's
I'm not too
Quest.
young for King's Quest. I just didn't play it.
How can you not play it? It's.
I didn't really. So, all right. So this goes back to Final Fantasy VII. It's like that. Final Fantasy VII was the first real RPG I played.
Okay. You're probably too young to have had a shitty XT with floppy drive and
I am
the
not
only
too young to.
games you
I am
could
not too
get.
young to have all of those things. I just didn't have those games.
Okay. Yeah, fine. But you can fix it. Theoretically, I don't know if they might have made them take it down since they're releasing a new official version, but there's a free version. That's the voice remaster of King's Quest by AGD Interactive.
That's cool. I've tried to play a bunch of like the old Might and Magic games, and I just like I can't. I don't know. I never was able to push past the like I should be playing this game. I should have played this game in 1987 instead of 1997 or 2007. I never really wrapped my head around that. So, which is weird because I often will play games with low res graphics or whatever. Um, but somehow the RPGs from that era don't do it for me.
There are a lot that hold up really well. Like the fan remakes. It's King's Quest. I think they've got up to 4, and then they also did Quest for Glory 2 because Sierra did an official version of Quest for Glory 1 that's point and click and beautiful. But yeah, I totally, even as much as strongly as I love those games, I can't even play like the 4-color EGA games anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's just I've just gone past it. My brain doesn't comprehend anymore.
Yeah,
I really do believe that the video game language that we speak now is so completely different from what it was when those games were current. Like I'm not trained to think like I was trained when Myst was a thing or
I've actually never played Myst. And I have no excuse because I have it both on Steam and on my phone.
I I mean, I'm not convinced that Myst was actually a good game other than that it was like a 3D graphics version of a regular point and click game and therefore like everybody played it. I don't know whether it was
Well, it's
actually
like
good or
Final
not.
Fantasy VII. It's another thing that was a cultural zeitgeist because it was so different from everything
Yeah.
that came before. It
Yep.
didn't really matter if it was actually a good game. It was good enough.
And it was beautiful at the time. Like
Oh
it
yeah.
was it was like the
Oh, and I
prettiest
agree
game.
that 7 was also beautiful at the time.
Right. Yeah, and now it's like painful to look at. So
Well, yeah, that was the first time they did a 3D world rather than the 2D pixel map
yeah,
that
that's
they
right.
had always done before.
Yep. And then, like, there's like I don't know, not very many polygons in Cloud, and yet there were
No.
so many polygons in Cloud. Right?
Like the original Tomb Raider game is the same way.
Yeah, that game is ugly.
Yeah, it's no good.
But
That's
it
why
was
I've got Tomb Raider Anniversary because I really like the story, but I cannot play the game anymore.
that's fair. I also own all of the Tomb Raiders in their like semi-updated versions. But like the hard thing with the Tomb Raider games is that like their names are all completely ridiculous and you have to like look up on the internet which order they're supposed to go in.
Yeah.
So that was
No,
always weird for me. Yeah.
fix
Good.
it in post.
I don't know what we're fixing. We just ran out of content right there.
Oh, we could talk about Uncharted 4 also. They talked about that
Oh,
at E3.
we're definitely going to talk about Uncharted 4, except I paid almost no attention because I already knew that I was going to play it.
Damn it, I did the same thing. I'm deliberately not looking up any information about Uncharted 4, and I was like, surely Ellie will talk about it. No,
Nope.
it's the I
The only thing I did was try to look up the release date, but that's not firm. So
those games are like caramel corn to me.
I know it was so fun.
You know what I mean? Because they're not. It's not very good. I mean, it's not groundbreaking or.
No,
But
it's
god
just
damn it, it's so much fun.
it's just a really good version of that kind of game, right? And good in a like popcorn way. It's exactly that, right? It's
Right.
they're not their actual gameplay kind of sucks. The shooting kind of sucks. Whatever, but like
The
Nathan Drake,
puzzles are kind of awkward,
yeah,
but damn it, I love Nathan Drake despite myself.
I know he's like just douchey enough slash just like interesting enough to be a really fun character to follow around. Like all the other
Exactly.
characters are like, it's just great.
He's exactly the right level of douche where it's fun to be like, haha, Nathan, but
Yeah.
not so much that you want him to fail.
Oh no, totally. Yeah,
You
I
like the Schadenfreude is delicious, but you don't hate him. It's
well, I actually really do compare them to Indiana Jones movies because Indiana Jones, if you like watch Indiana Jones, if you watch Raiders, like
oh, definitely.
he is an
He's an
asshole.
asshole.
Like, nobody likes Indiana Jones. I don't know how anybody could ever like Indiana Jones,
He
but like,
slept with his mentor's 18-year-old daughter.
but
And
I
then
want to watch all of the movies about Indiana Jones.
right?
So yeah, I don't know. I'm super excited for that. I'm ready. My PS4 is coming whenever the new hardware comes out. Um,
I really hope my PS4 doesn't need anything else.
no, the new hardware is
Okay.
just like they're releasing like a 1 terabyte version, but only in Europe or something, and then they're doing one that has like is slightly more slightly less power consuming and weighs slightly less. I don't know. They're just like doing and it's like a slightly different paint job. But I might also be able
Whatever.
to buy I might be able to buy a white one.
Ooh,
I don't know, that'd be fancy. Basically, like I just decided to hold off till they release that one, and then
that's your
mostly
excuse.
because Uncharted is not going to be available by then. Otherwise, I would have bought one.
Well, I'm pretty sure there will be an Uncharted bundle. You could probably just wait.
But I don't want to because I'm giving it to myself for my birthday.
Aha, well, there you go.
Which is within the next month. So um, I'm just hoping that they come out in time.
In conclusion, Nathan Drake rules.
Nathan Drake is the best.
The voice acting in that game is terrific.
Oh yeah, totally. Because he like cares, but also like totally doesn't care.
And not just him. There's a sci-fi series that I started watching solely because Emily Rose is the lead.
Wait, which one is that?
Haven.
Oh, is that good?
I love it. Some people don't. It's definitely a sci-fi show, but Emily Rose is a joy and a delight at all times.
I grabbed Dark Matter because it looked ridiculous.
And also, there's a special Easter egg episode of Haven that is Emily Rose and Nolan North.
Okay, I'm writing down Haven right now. Watch this.
It's on Netflix. The first 3 seasons at
Watch
least.
this. Done. It can go alongside with Defiance, which is back on and still good. Still
Actually, if
stupid
Talon
and
needs
still good.
TV, she would probably really like Haven.
Okay, cool.
It's inspired by Stephen King short stories. So it's like they've got Monster of the Day stuff with this creepy small town. Everyone knows everyone and has
Is
known
it
them all for 6 generations. And
is it scary
no,
or like supernatural?
supernatural, not
Oh,
scary.
okay. All right, then I'm on board too.
I know better than to wreck you scary stuff. That's why I said this Stephen King short story. It's based on a crime short he did.
Okay, yeah, I've seen a bunch of promos for it, so I will totally check that one out.
And it is totally worth it just for the episode in third season where the guest star of the week is Nolan North. And seeing
That's
Nolan North and Emily Rose walking around is hilarious.
that's pretty awesome, especially since they like probably never actually met when voice recording.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Cool. What else from E3? Did you see that like game that's like the lady version of Duke Nukem?
No, why would there be a lady version of Duke Nukem?
I don't know.
Why would there be any version of Duke Nukem?
I don't know.
Aren't we
I just
done with that now? Did we
yeah.
not prove that was garbage?
I don't know. I can't even remember what it's called. Something stupid. It's probably it probably isn't as caricature of itself as Bayonetta is, which allowed Bayonetta to be fun.
There's I have a friend who can't handle Bayonetta. It's too much for him.
How so?
It was too over the top.
Oh, it's super over the top.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't only on like Nintendo consoles. Or the first one isn't, but the
No,
new
the
one
first one isn't.
is.
I've got the first one for Xbox.
Yeah, yeah. The second one's on Wii U though, right? So
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know. The latest one is.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a Wii U, so sadly, I guess
I
can't play Mario Kart.
well, I am actually going to need to get one because Fatal Frame 5 is still Nintendo exclusive. And they're actually localizing this one as opposed to Fatal Frame 4 that I had to get a fandom patch for and do very strange things to my Wii to make run.
Really?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Well, Nintendo refused to localize it because the Wii was supposed to be their family-friendly kid console. And they're like, no, fuck Fatal Frame. That's not happening. But the franchise still makes so much money that they've agreed to, because the Wii U has got a more grown-up demographic. So they've agreed to
Yeah.
localize 5.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the Wii U is a really interesting console, and I like a lot of the things they did. Um, I just there were like only a few games that seemed worth buying, and they were never. I don't know. A lot of them seemed like games I would play a lot more if I had people who I sat in the same room with and played games with.
Once your kid gets older, do recommend.
Yeah, well, then I'll probably buy whatever the Nintendo console of the day is. But they're already like working on their next gen, so
Wii PhD.
yeah, exactly. Maybe they'll have fixed their multiplayer friend code thing by then.
Yeah.
Probably not though. Cool. Anything else? Anything else interesting from E3 that we never talked about, or?
That's all I know I've got from E3.
All
I'm
right.
sure I'd
Well,
probably come up with something, but we'll do it next time.
yeah, I think we'll do it next time. There's a bunch of like VR stuff that seems cool to me, but I'm still not sure I'm gonna like put a big headset on my head and stand around and look like a dope while my kid looks at me and is like, "Daddy, why won't you look at me?" So
Yeah, no. No.
conceptually, it seems fun. There's like that party game where the one person in the VR mask has to defuse a bomb, and there's no instructions, but there's like a full paper instruction manual that comes with it, and all the people in the room have to shout instructions to that person without seeing what's going on.
Okay.
That seems fun.
Yeah.
I don't
All
know.
right.
But like in the same way that like Wii Sports was fun, which is like fun for a while everybody gets their like shot at learning how to, use motion control, and then you go do something else.
Or divorce Mario.
Oh, that game's just awesome.
if you play it by yourself.
No, that game was so much fun when like when we had multiple people, like because
It was super fun for like 2 hours, and then we had to stop.
well, I have like the friends that I would play with that got way too competitive for the other people that we were playing with, right? So like they were all like trying to get the level done and shit like that, and I was like just trying to have a good time. And like a couple of the people are like, I played Mario, but not that not that much video games or whatever. And like the people who can't dial it back, it's so much fun to just like grab them and drop them down the holes. Did that all the time. It was the best.
You're terrible. But yes,
Hey,
that's why we
like
call it Divorce Mario.
you should learn how to play with the people who are appropriate. Like learn how to play to the skill level of the people that you're playing with, or like shut up and prepare to get dropped down a hole.
Yeah.
I would intentionally hold back on Guitar Hero and stuff too for the same reason. Like some people are pushing forward, and I'm like, fuck it, I don't want to play that. So I'd mess up on purpose. But it's not
No,
on purpose.
see that man, that hurts me in my heart. But as aforementioned, I am super serious about Rock Band.
I love Rock Band. Rock Band's super
Except
fun. You just want to
for
play with people who are both at your level and want to play at your level, or in total party mode where it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Don't be a tryhard.
Well, you have to make sure it's fun. That's the big thing about Rock Band.
Yeah.
And I do admit there was one time that we were at a party and I inhaled helium before we did Enter Sandman. And that was, I think, the greatest fake rock experience I have ever
See,
had in my
that's
life.
fun. That's not. I did. Did it even pick up your voice?
Uh, well, the problem is you only get 1 or 2 lines out, and then you're laughing so hard you can't breathe. So you fail out no matter what.
Yeah, so that was the best part about Rock Band 2 or 4. I don't know however many they got up to. The ones where they like you could turn on the no fail mode and just like play for
Yes.
party times. Like thank God for that mode, cuz like it's like to like fail the song and make it sound shitty because people were drunk or whatever.
Right. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we would play on easy when we were drunk.
Yeah, that's good. Cool. Well, I guess that's all the show we've got for today, because I don't think we're going to come up with anything better than Arrow singing Enter Sandman on helium.
I am willing to do that again on request.
Oh my God, we should definitely make that happen. So,
We'll have a
so
Rock Band 4 party.
yeah, well, I'll just bring some helium to Liore's wedding, and we can do it for the podcast. It'll be great. So thanks for tuning in. I guess you can find us at the internet. Uh,
LioreBlog.com/catcontactspodcast.
Sweet, you got it. And we're also on iTunes, and the YouTube channel is youtube.com/totallylegitpub. I'm that Angry Dwarf on Twitter, and Arrow is at Arrowlade on Twitter. Liore, if you ever want to find her, if she's not out traveling and ignoring the podcast and her trusted co-hosts, is at Liore's. And
Leaving us to fend for ourselves.
yeah, that's it for this week. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, and we might actually have a topic because Liore will be around.
That'll be awesome!
Hooray!
Yay!
All right, bye.
Goodbye.
Stop.
Stopped.